Now I've prepared one more top 10 animal rescues for you, and I am so glad that I can tell you these incredible stories. You know that animals get in trouble every day, and the cases that turn out all right are very precious. So you should know the heroes. Let's get started then. This team of rescuers from Kenya Wildlife Project had a very serious mission. 3 days before, the grown-up elephant had been seen with a wire on its leg. It was obvious that the elephant had gotten into snare and needed to be released, but the creature suddenly went off air. Luckily that day, the elephant appeared again, and the vet rushed to help the poor animal. The rescuers sent the giant to sleep from a distance, as coming closer to him could be a rather dangerous thing. With a pair of big nippers, they cut the wire. The vet made the necessary injection and the elephant was left alone. After a while, the animal came around and went away. I don't want to even think what could have happened without the people's help. The little pup was born deaf and blind, and his mom pushed him away. The poor boy was rescued by Gloria, the director of the veterinary service. If Gloria hadn't found him, he wouldn't have any chance for his good future. The cutie was named Piglet because of his pink color. Gloria found a real family for this baby and has been taking special care of him up to now. Luckily, one of his eyes opened a bit and he can see a little. He lives a happy life with his family and even has a personal Instagram account. Just this one case won't change the world, but it has changed the world for Piglet, the blind and deaf dog. The team of Rescue Journey channel were driving along the street when suddenly found a dog stuck out on the wall with no one to help. The owner was out and didn't know what happened to the pup. The poor boy wanted to go for a walk through the hole in the wall, but it turned out to be too narrow for him to slip through. The rescuer didn't know if the dog had some injuries and tried tenderly to take him out. He managed to do that almost without any problem. Happily, the pup was absolutely okay and had no traumas. But he could have gotten them if he had stayed in this hole for a long time. Releasing the cute boy, they let the dog wait for his owner. Even a little bird flying into the window can get hurt, to say nothing about a much bigger bird of prey. The residents of the house were shocked by the big bang that they heard sitting up in their bed. All they saw were feathers. It was a sparrowhawk that flew into the window and was completely disoriented. The poor people didn't know what to do and brought the bird to the Wildlife Aid Center for treatment. The vet checked the bird that had some fresh blood on its face, but everything turned out okay. After going through the flying test, the bird was given to Simon Cowell to be released. A mass orca stranding in 3 weeks happened on southwest Iceland's Reykjanes Peninsula. About 50 to 70 whales were spotted close to the shore near high tide. When water started lowering, a great number of whales stuck up in the rocks. A lot of people gathered to help the poor marine animals to live up to the high tide. They were watering them all the time until the water raised in the morning. The whales could get back to the ocean, but the rescuers are worried that other groups of these animals can get in the same poor situation. This owl was hit by the car and had almost no chance to stay alive unless the bystander took it off the road and out of the traffic's way. The man that lived near found the poor thing hiking through the woods. The bird was in a very poor condition, having a broken leg and a broken wing. He took the injured bird into his house, put it into the cage, and brought it to a rehabilitation center for birds of prey. The owl was rather calm and didn't resist the rescuer's action. Maybe it realized that he wanted to help. As the doctor said, the owl had been obviously flew across the road and smashed into the car. In spite of serious injuries, there was a good chance for the bird to recover. Let's hope for the best. The people from Hope for Paws project got the message about 2 stray dogs living outside a hospital. Seeing people approaching, the dogs hurried to run away. They were very scared and didn't want to come closer. It took the rescuers a lot of time trying to catch just one of the dogs. After a long running, she suddenly stopped and let the rescuer touch her. It was unbelievable after chasing her for a rather long time.
Want to show me your belly? Come and show me your belly. There we go.
The rescuers called the dog Tiffy, gave her some food, and took her to the hospital for doing some tests and necessary medical care. While doing this, they got a call from 2 guys that caught the other dog. Later, they brought her to the hospital. The rescuers called the dog Sophie and supposed that she was Tiffy's daughter. It turned out that Sophie had a broken leg. While the doctors were doing all necessary medical treatment to Sophie, Tiffy was near her daughter, supporting her and watching the process. But the time passed, and in 2 months, Sophie was completely recovered. Both dogs were happily adopted and liked their new family very much. This situation could have ended as a complete disaster if the kind people from Animal Aid Unlimited India had not come to rescue this unlucky donkey. His legs flail when he's completely stuck upside down in a ditch. 3 rescuers were trying to take him out, and they managed to do that. Nobody knows how the poor thing got into this ditch, but I hope it won't do that again. This family found a young crow in the street being in the city of Calgary. The poor thing was likely to fall out of the tree. No one near wanted to take care of it, so they took the bird to their place. They called him Peach.
Hi, Peach. Hello, Peach.
The woman took care of the bird, feeding him and looking after. The crow was too small to fly yet and had to stay with its rescuers. The crow turned out to be very clever and started to respond to its name very quickly. Even grown up, Peach didn't want to fly away. He was staying in the cage during the night but was free in daytime. Of course, the crow was lucky to get into this family. If they had passed by, the bird would have had a much sadder destiny. When a stray dog delivers babies, she doesn't have enough safe place to hide her pups. Sometimes street moms find very strange places for that. This one was hiding with her babies under the car. The rescuers from Pet Finder TV found her and took her with all her children to their safe home. At last, they live in a warm and comfortable place, and the mom gets enough food. Unfortunately, there are a lot of dogs that have to give birth in the street. I hope that some of them will be lucky like this one. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please support the people that help animals with your likes, subscriptions, and donations. Tell me, what case in the list impressed you most in the comments under the video? See you!